Dr. Ruth, who's been in education for a very long time as well. I learned my quote-unquote expertise in writing from the School of Hard Knocks. I love to do it, and it was a gift from God. I mean, as soon as I was taught poetry in the 6th grade, that was a wrap. Like, I took off running after that. The packet has my 10 tips. While I'm up here, I'm only going to go over the first 5. All right, so I'm going to keep it really brief. The first tip, you've already heard from Dr. Ruth and from the professor, which is master the English language. That sounds like a big thing to do, considering how extensive English is, but basically what I mean is familiarize yourself with the rules of grammar and punctuation. Understand the power of the semicolon versus a comma. Like, know where to use those and where not to use them. Know the difference between an ellipses, which is the 3 dots, versus an M dash, which is a really long dash. They're both pauses, but they both serve different purposes. So learning the difference between each of the different punctuations, where you can use them, where you should not use them, and even the differences between the use of a comma. Some people, when they're listing things, some people put comma and, some people leave the comma off of it and just put and at the end. So even little things like that, familiarize yourself with those techniques and get comfortable with them when you're doing your writing. Because sometimes something as simple as that can turn somebody off with something that you're writing. And as a journalist myself, that's something that's very important, because different publications have their specific style guides. And if you don't fit that, if there's one little thing that's off, the editor is sending you your article back. As wonderful as your article might have been, you're getting an email back saying, I'm gonna need you to fix that. So definitely get familiar with that. And as Professor Cecile was saying, become best friends with a thesaurus for your vocabulary and your spelling. Just a quick story with me personally. I fell in love with words not even of my own making. My mom and my dad were all from Jamaica, and in Jamaica education is key. Like, we're big on education down there. We came up here, I was 6 years old. As a 6-year-old kid, you're thinking, eat, school, fun, sleep. Wake up, do it all over again. I would come home from school, and who remembers, by show of hands, those marble composition books? The black and white marble composition books. Now, mind you, each sheet of paper has about 25 lines on it. My parents would open the dictionary and write verbatim, in sequence, 25 words on a page or 2. And I had to sit there and look up each word and write a sentence. So that, just having been conditioned to do that, helped me become more comfortable with the use of words, how to pronounce them properly, and just falling in love with them, falling in love with what they mean and how powerful each word can be in any sentence. So that's number 1, master the English language. Number 2, both ladies already mentioned it, read often. Especially content that makes you smarter in your niche. Each of us has our own specific job.